I'm Chris Kane with Knoxville Youth Athletics, and this is Bobby Holcomb. We're going to be talking about our summer cross country program and some of the updates we've been working on in preparation for one of our best summers yet. Amid all the COVID-19 pandemic restrictions, things have been a little bit chaotic in terms of securing facilities. We still have some we're working on and getting back and forth with, but we wanted to prepare in case there was a situation where we couldn't meet entirely in person. So we've been working on some virtual options, some communication tools, and Bobby's here to talk about a lot of things he's been working on and preparing for, what we are still fully expect to be an amazing summer of cross country in preparation for, of course, our big elementary and middle school cross country program in the fall, and also the high school season as well. So Bobby, tell us a little bit about some of the stuff you've been working on.
So basically right now, given our situation, we're right now having to force to go everything pretty much online and kind of communicate back and forth. So now I've decided to kind of think ahead and go ahead and start focusing on this summer. I foresee us having some sort of a season this fall. If it's either going and actually having a cross-country season, or if not, we can still actually focus on bettering ourselves and bettering our fitness throughout the entire summer. Still going with the format of we're going to have a cross-country season. So what I've decided to do, starting on June 8th, which is a week earlier, we are going to start our program. Now, normally we would start a week later, and then this year we're going to actually go all the way to August 14th. It was going to be that Friday will be our last actual practice or session that we will be guiding athletes throughout the entire summer to get ready for the fall. So we're offering a bonus, 3 weeks bonus this year than what we normally do. Now, how are we going to proceed? One of the big things is right now it's uncertain where we're going to actually have practices at and all that because of our situation. I think Chris will be touching up on that a little bit more possibly here in a little bit. But right now, we are going to be focusing on trying to get athletes to actually start joining so we can start training them virtually. And there's going to be a lot of great things coming up this actual summer. So starting off, we're going to be pretty much going to utilize the Zoom format here. We're going to have classes on Monday and Wednesday. We're going to have a speaker of the day on Monday. Someone, high influence person here in the Knoxville or even surrounding area. Kind of broadens now. We can actually kind of go and reach out to people around the country if we wanted to. And they're going to be actually talking about with our kids throughout the summer, things that's going to help guide us throughout the entire summer into the future. And then also on Wednesday, we're going to have a lesson of the day. We have every single week, it's going to be a certain topic and a certain lesson that's going to kind of go over anything about our sport, how to score a cross-country meet, nutrition, proper running shoes, training philosophies. I mean, there are going to be so many stretching, going over weights, core. There's going to be a lot of different classes throughout the summer that we're going to go over on Wednesday. And then on Friday, our hope is we're going to be able to meet somewhere throughout town. We're going to try to support our local businesses or state park. Those are currently still open for businesses, and so we can go out and actually meet at some of those locations and go for a run. And then you can be able to correspond with coaches. Now, what everybody's going to do when you do join KYA summer program, you're going to automatically going to be getting an app that you're going to be able to upload all your training. We're going to actually put the training that you're going to be doing day by day, upload it to an app, and that way you can be able to utilize it to carry with you while you're running because it's got a GPS component to it. We'll be able to write schedules through it, so that way you could be able to just pick up your phone and you'll be able to click on the app and you'll see what you have to do that day. And then, you can be able to execute, and then afterwards it will record. It's going to be your running log. So it's going to have your log throughout the entire summer. We will have a mileage challenge throughout the summer. We're going to have it in different tiers. We'll go over that as the program starts. And there will be some incentives at the end of the summer. Now, here's the big thing. This year, every 20 athletes when we have 20 athletes that join, we're going to have a coach assigned. So they're going to be a coach per 20 athletes each going throughout the entire summer. So we're going to have probably about, hopefully, between 8 to 10 different coaches throughout the entire summer this year. And you're going to be able to directly have private meetings with them so you can go over goal setting. They'll be able to correspond to you every single day or every other day, however much you need that interaction with your coach about your training. They're going to help be able to guide you and build you throughout the entire summer and hopefully put you in a safe spot so that way when you are finished with the summer program, you can actually transition into the fall program and be able to execute a really good cross-country season and hopefully, go after your personal goals. The big thing is we're going to teach a lot of great stuff this year: dynamic flexibility, your actual runs. We're going to talk about zones, training zones throughout the entire summer. We're going to go over, basically training philosophies, post-run striders, jump rope, post-run stretch, all that type of stuff we'll be going over with your coach throughout the entire summer. We're going to be sending out the schedule once a week to athletes, and in hopes, we're going to actually send the schedule to the athlete based on what they did the previous week. We're going to try not to force a training philosophy onto you, and you're going to be in Group A, Group B, Group C, and all of a sudden you're just done for the season if you fall off track. Our goal this year is actually, if you miss a week, your coach is going to give you that following week and based on what you did the previous week. So if you had a great week and you're progressing well in your training and we need to bump you up, that coach is going to recognize that and it's going to actually bump you up. If you had a week where you went to a church camp or somewhere else around the country or a vacation that you just could not run, that coach is going to be responsible to actually build in what you're supposed to do that following week so they can gradually bring you back up to speed without forcing you, without trying to risk injury, without overtraining you, and so on. So that's going to be kind of one of our big things. And like I was saying, you're going to be able to go over with your coach with private meetings with your coach, or you can we're going to have group meetings also. Monday and Wednesday, around midday, it's going to be a big group where everybody's going to be able to log in. We'll be able to kind of go over everything when you will log in on Monday and Wednesday. Outside of that, you'll be scheduling meetings with your coach one-on-one to kind of go over training and so on throughout the entire summer. Last, at the end of the entire summer program, we'll go and do a virtual time trial, or Chris will come and time us at some sort of 2-mile loop course somewhere around town. And
I'm been a little bit rusty this spring.
He's probably wanting to break out that timing system. So we'll probably do something, maybe at one of the parks or a back road somewhere, or even on a road, somewhere. We're going to find something. So that way we can at least see what you have, how you've progressed throughout the entire summer. It's going to be our main goal. So we're really excited about the program. I think it's actually probably helping us to even enhance our program for even down the road. Even when everything does come back together, I think our program is really strengthened a lot from this summer to help building this base for all levels. This is for elementary all the way up to high school. We've even had in years past people that have graduated from high school getting ready to go to college just wanted to have that accountability that next couple of months, and they've even joined a couple of times throughout our past. So I definitely highly recommend it. Our coaching staff is going to be based on a lot of experience. I know right off the bat we have several college athletes that are going to be coaching some of our kids. We have an experienced college coach that's actually going to be coming on board. He coached at Bavard, and he also coached up in the Dakotas at a cross-country and track program. So we're going to have some really good, exciting coaches that are going to be able to help out this summer. And it's going to, to help give back that knowledge. So I definitely highly recommend joining. It's definitely going to be worth the value. That's going to be at $90 for an entire summer. So it's just a one-time fee. It's a really good value. You're going to get a training schedule and everything. So, and then you'll be able to have correspondence each week. And then hopefully, I'm going to take it back over to Chris. hopefully we're going to be able to have practice sites. And if that opens up, then we will be meeting like normal at certain practice sites Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But I'm gonna hand that over to Chris and he can kind of give us an update on that.
Yeah, like right now, of course, everybody in the news, y'all know as much as we do in terms of with the restrictions in place. Of course, we're all kind of waiting on that May 28th day right now to see if we can move into phase 2. And we can operate this program within the guidelines of phase 2. It's that there would have to be some modifications, some alterations of different practice times, things like that, and spacing, all those kind of things. So, we're still working with our current facility host that we already had on board. It's just trying to confirm whether or not they'll permit us to do so. Some have given us some feedback that they want to see how we're going to maintain certain social distancing guidelines, if that's still in the jargon in 3 or 4 weeks. But it's one of those things where like we can operate within the program. Will a facility allow us to, because they may not be able to allow any group because of their governing bodies. So, that's still up in the air. This program that Bobby came up with, I think is outside of the social, physical social aspect of it. It's virtually the same. And if anything, it's better. I like having a lot of the virtual meetings. We've been utilizing them all since this all started. And even with groups of 75 or 80 that I've done, it hasn't been, like 80 people trying to talk all at the same time. Like you're able to get a lot done in a short amount of time. And the nice thing, like Bobby said, there are opportunities for us to get pro athletes in here to talk, professional coaches, things like that, people that we didn't have access to bring out to a physical practice before. Even some of our runners that have moved on, that have moved out of town or whatever, we're able to bring them back virtually and have them talk about their experience and how, things that motivate them going forward. Get nutritionists, like you talked about, people that normally probably be working during 7:30 to 9 a.m. That we can tap into. They take 30 minutes out of their time sitting at their desk and meet with 80 athletes or whatever, and go for it. And like you said, the nice thing is this program's 3 weeks longer now. So this is going to carry you, from June 8th all the way until you've already started school for the most part, but you may not have been able to start practice. So this presents a lot of value, in my opinion. And like you said, a lot of things that we'll be able to take away from this. I think this has a place in it, doing the virtual stuff. I think a lot of the training, app and that kind of things. I think that'll be something that we can carry forward. Even sending, if we're in person in the future and we can send out a weekly video that one of our former people or a business owner or nutritionist, like you said, decided to share a video, they couldn't be there in person, we can send that out digitally and people can still get a lot of knowledge from that. But I think with this program, even if it's entirely virtual, I think one of the nice things about it is like the whole family can get in on it because they'll have to, right? Parents going to have to learn how to bike with their kid if they're going on a super long run, and that'll help them get fit and grow with their child. Of course, a lot of families have been able to do that this summer. I know I have, to grow closer to your family. And so if that's the case, and this thing is entirely virtual, use that as an opportunity to learn about your child and the sport they've seemed to pick up on, which is in this case cross country. And we'll prepare for a big fall. Everything's still on tap with the fall. Nothing's changed. Locations are doing well. We're actually going to have a coaches meeting here in the next couple of weeks with a lot of our elementary, middle school cross country program coaches to talk about some changes we have been exploring, contingencies we have been exploring, if that's the case. And I think even with those changes, what we're coming up with will be something that I think is going to be, again, stuff that we can take forward. This pandemic, in my opinion, has forced everyone to be a lot more creative about how they run their business, even us, and I'm sure Bobby, you too. And so, it's actually been really interesting and allowed you to use your brain a little bit here, where before we're just kind of going through the motions every year, doing the same thing we did last year in a lot of ways. This has forced us to make a lot of big changes, and what you've come up with is a lot of those exciting things that we've been able to develop, because of the situation we're in. So Do you have anything else to add before we go?
I think I'm good. Please feel free to contact right now. This is the time frame where you have any questions about the program, email, call. I can even set up a Zoom meeting with a parent or anything that just need to explain a little bit more about the program or anything like that. I'm happy to do that. But the main thing is let's get out there and let's keep moving forward, everyone. This is, I think.
Hey,
This
I've
is
lost a few
program.
pounds. I've lost a few pounds because of this. I've been running a little bit more than I used
Oh
to.
yeah.
You know, had the time. So
This is a great program where it is going to help us better ourselves, but for the future within our own fitness. Say something hypothetically happens, we don't have a cross country, we still have virtual time trials. We could still improve on ourselves and our own fitness, and you could still gauge. You can still see where you stand, and so this base program is important regardless of what direction we go in the fall. It's still wise to take a part of it, so that way you are fit. This is the most important time of a training cycle, is that foundation phase. If you get that foundation phase, which is all summer long, really intact. In years past, we've multiple state champions, multiple all-state runners, multiple college runners, multiple just lots of PRs, personal. It's a great program, and most of all, you meet a lot of friends. You meet so many great people out there that you're just going to end up being friends for a long time down the road. So I definitely recommend, just in that aspect alone, taking advantage of that opportunity.
yeah, it'd be interesting. You can meet a lot of people that maybe weren't at your site before, that you would never met,
Right.
except for this interaction. So it'll be cool. I'm really looking forward to it. May hop in myself a little bit and try to get a few more pounds lost. Well, Bobby, I appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
We'll share this video and see if we can get people all signed up. Again, we're signing up people for June 8th now through August 14th. A big value for what program that has served so many over the years, and looking forward to serving a lot more this summer. So thank you very much.
Thank you.